And we're live. Welcome, fellow artists, to Lyricology 101. I still don't have my channel back yet. After hours and hours and hours of work, still don't have the channel back yet. But we're still here. We're back again with a bar-for-bar reaction, personal reaction, with my man, Mr. Schmatters, with his song, What's the Premise? Mr. Schmatters is actually very fucking dope. If you don't know, I actually like to freestyle rap in the metaverse and Horizon metaverse world, Horizon Worlds and metaverse, excuse me. And I met Mr. Schmatters here. Very talented artist, dope with the rhymes, dope with the patterns. So I feel like you guys are really going to enjoy his skill, his talent. If you guys are interested in getting your song broken down in a similar fashion, hit me up at Lyricology101 mail@gmail.com. Don't forget the mail. Let me know you either want a reaction or a breakdown and we can work with you. But today we have a reaction with my man, Mr. Schmatters. Let's get this ball rolling. Let's get going. You already know, man. Let's go.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
What are you?
I'm
Moose. Yeah, BCG. Yo, fake love all around, but they try to be swell. It's like a punch to my ribs, I continue to swell. This pain that starts to dwell, then I break through my shell. I wanna drown you in a well when I ain't feeling too well. I spit the truth, it ain't a secret, who you fixin' to tell. The moose is back, you would think that Satan's risen from hell. Matter of fact, I spit these bars to a prisoner cell. Or maybe instant transmission in obliterate cell.
Woo! All right, so we're going to get right into the flow. Let's just jump into the flow. You see that gray? That gray is the flow. You see colors? That's for rhyme. So what I noticed about Schmatters' style is, or Moose, if you will, is that he anchors his flow and his cadence and his rhythm to the last two beats of the bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The last two beats of the bar, he's anchoring his flow to. So what we have here for this entire run is a 6-syllable swing. He's not matching the entire thing with rhymes, right? So it's not a 6-syllable rhyme, it's a 6-syllable cadence, a 6-syllable rhythm, a 6-syllable flow. And you're gonna hear that throughout this entire song, that Schmatters has this ability to anchor his flow to the last two of the bar, and it sounds solid. As far as the rhymes are concerned, it's not sheeted rhymes, which would be something like a Lil Wayne would do, or Elzai, or maybe a M, which is like, but they try to be swell, and but they try to be swell would rhyme all the way through. What he's doing is he's matching the cadence and the rhythm all the way through, and he's just anchoring himself to the end rhyme, which is swell, shell, well, tell, hell, sell, right? That's the end rhyme, but everything around it is a bunch of internals, all right? So we're gonna run this shit back, and we're gonna go through the flow, and then we're gonna do another run and try to explain what he's saying. So let's go!
Yo, fake love all around, but they try to be swell. It's like a punch to my ribs, I continue to swell.
All right, so look, fake love all around, but they try to be swell. It's like a punch to my ribs, I continue to swell. So we got the try, like, and my and I connected, and we have love and punch connected, and it comes together. So swell is matched twice, but he has two different contexts to it, and he's gonna do a lot of doubles as far as the context is concerned. To me, the wordplay is cool, but I'm looking for another layer of it, you know. So swell and swell are connected, well and well are connected, and sell are connected. But I'm more into like full sentence phrasing that's matched. So let's run it back. It's like 1-syllable rhymes to me, or 1-syllable homophones, excuse me. So yeah, let's run it back.
To my ribs, I continue to swell. This pain that starts to dwell, then I break through my shell. I wanna drown you in a well when I ain't feeling too well.
All right, so my pain starts to dwell, then I break through my shell. So we got pain, dwell, break, shell, and then he's gonna follow up in the following bar with ain't and well, right? So pain, it starts to dwell, then I break through my shell. I want to drown you in a well when I ain't feeling too well. So for dwell, shell, well, and well, we got the rhymes on the 2 and the 4 of the beat, right? So my pain, it starts to dwell, then I break through my shell. I want to drown you in a well when I ain't feeling too well, right? So he's just going on the 2 and the 4 with the rhymes.
Drown you in a well when I ain't feeling too well. I spit the truth, it ain't a secret, who you fixin' to tell. The moose is back, you would think that Satan's risen from hell.
All right, so now same deal. We're still going off of that cadence. So he added fillin for the rhyme scheme, right? So I ain't feeling too well, and he's gonna match it up with fixin' to tell, and he's gonna match it up with risen from hell, prisoner cell, and obliterate cell. So it's the it rhyme just matched with the end rhyme that he already started with. And we're gonna run it back, and we're gonna go through what he's talking about. We're just going through the flow first, and we're gonna go into the breakdown. So I want to drown you in a well when I ain't feeling too well. I spit the truth, it ain't a secret, who you fixin' to tell. The moose is back. You would think that Satan's risen from hell. So we got secret and think that bent together. So secret and think that is matched. And then we got a lot of ooh sounds with truth, who, you, moose, and you. Sounds dope.
Think that Satan's risen from hell. Matter of fact, I spit these bars to a prisoner cell. Or maybe instant transmission and obliterate cell.
Well, all right. So yeah, so the moose is back, and he's gonna match back with matter of fact, and then also with the fillin, fixin, risen, prison, or maybe instant transmission and obliterate. So he matched and obliterate to bend with prison, right? So and obliterate cell. So it's all the is sound. Very good. So what is my man talking about?
Yo, fake love all around, but they try to be swell. It's like a punch to my ribs, I continue to swell.
All right, so fake love is swell. We friends, we homies. So it's all swell. We all having a good time, right? But it's that fake love is what's hurting him. So it's like a punch to his ribs. That punch is causing him to swell because it hurts him, right? The following line, my pain, it starts to dwell after the pain of the punch, right? So it's like a punch to my ribs, I continue to swell. The pain, it starts to dwell, then I break through my shell. So the pain is so overwhelming that he just completely breaks out of his body. He wants to drown you in a well when he ain't feeling too well. So he's not feeling well because he's in that pain that hurts like a punch, right? So he's going to drown you in the well because of this pain. He wants to drown all the fake lovers in a well, basically. So we got a double play on well. So I'm going to drown you in a well when I ain't feeling too well. Fire.
To my ribs, I continue to swell. This pain that starts to dwell, then I break through my shell. I wanna drown you in a well when I ain't feeling too well. I spit the truth, it ain't a secret. Who you fixin' to tell?
He spits the truth. So if it's the truth, it's not a secret, right? It's not a lie. It's not hidden. He spits the truth. It's not a secret. Now, who you fixing to tell? Who are you going to tell about this?
Spit the truth, it ain't a secret. Who you fixin' to tell? The moose is back. You would think that Satan's risen from hell.
All right, so the moose is back. I thought of a beast with horns because a moose is a beast with horns. His name is Moose, of course, but the moose is back, so he must have been gone. He must be Satan. So the moose is back. You would think that Satan's risen from hell. So the moose is back. He's returned. Maybe he's so dark and so fucking superfluous that he's satanic in nature and he's tearing you motherfuckers to pieces. Every rapper thinks they're Satan or God.
Matter of fact, I spit these bars to a prisoner cell. Or maybe instant transmission and obliterate cell.
All right, so I spit these bars to a prisoner cell, right? Oh yeah, the matter of fact is connected to the truth line. But matter of fact, I spit these bars. So we got the bars connection to prisoner cell. So I spit these bars to a prisoner cell, or maybe instant transmission or an obliterate cell. So instant transmission is a connection to Dragon Ball Z. Goku does instant transmission to beat his opponent Cell in the Cell games in one of the seasons of Dragon Ball. But also the prisoner cell could be parallel to a cell. So he's using instant transmission to delete the cell. He's going to put you in prison with the bars, and then he's going to pull you out of prison with the bars. Very clever.
Or maybe instant transmission and obliterate cell. Can't you all just see this the land of the free? In a country that was built with all this power and greed. Living in a world where people rather watch you bleed. You reach out your hand, not your phone, you're doing his deed. The devil's in us all and he's easy to feed. You wanna just proceed, but you always mislead. Saying that we save the government, they plantin' they seed. Then they sit back and profit off of death and disease.
Yo, all right, so once again, 4-syllable cadence. Excuse the burp. So, land of the free, 4-syllable. Power and greed, 4-syllable. Watching you bleed. Wait, oh, that's a 3-syllable? But don't worry about this 3-syllable. I feel like maybe the original line was living in a world with people watching you bleed. And I think he might have rewrote the line just so it's more comfortable for him. But the watching you bleed would have been the 4-syllable to match with the flow that he was using, but he didn't do that. So, land of the free, power and greed, watch you bleed, doing his deed, easy to feed, always mislead, planting they seed, death and disease, all 4 syllables, right? So he's going off of the cadence. He's not going off of the rhyme scheme. He's going off of the cadence. And everything that you're hearing are internals that lead to that end rhyme, which is the free and greed, bleed, his deed, feed, mislead, seed, disease, right? So that's all he's doing. Very good, though. Very fucking solid.
Can't you all just see this the land of the free? In a country that was built with all this power and greed.
So can't you all just see? So land of the free. So just see this land of the free in a country that was built with all this power and greed. So I'm just going off of the individual syllables. So that red is just the is sound. Just this, the, he bent the in, built with, he bent those up. So all of it is matching with the is sound. Very solid. And then he's going to go into the owl side. So the owl rhyme rather, power and greed. And then pow is gonna match with watch you bleed. Watch you bleed. It's amazing. So he matched pow and watch very well. It's the way that he's bending his rhymes, right? So it's all internals, but he's doing really good with the internal rhymes. Let me back. Because the pow, the watch, and the not are all gonna fucking match somehow.
See, this the land of the free in the country that was built.
So yeah, in the land of the free, in a country that was built with all this power and greed, right?
Was built with all this power and greed, living in a world of
living all the is sound, living in a world where people rather watch you bleed. Reach out your hand, not your phone. Now you're doing his deed, right?
and greed, living in a
Wait, was the original rhyme reach out your hand, not your phone? Now you're calling his deed, and you switched it. Watch power and greed, watch you bleed. Calling his deed. Was that the original and you switched it? Never mind.
Land of the free in the country that was built with all this power and greed, living in a world where people rather watch you bleed. You reach out your hand, not your phone. You're doing his deed. The devil's in us all, and he's easy to feed. You wanna just proceed, but you always mislead.
All right, so a lot of the E sound, reach out your hand, not your phone, while you're doing his deed. The devil's in us all, and he's easy to feed. You wanna just proceed, but always mislead. So he has all these internals in all these sprinkled places. See, me, I'm more of a sheet rhymer. So if I have 6 syllables, I'm just gonna line the 6 syllables up in a form of a rhyme. But that's not everybody's style. His style is more dedicated to the end rhyme and the end flow, and everything prior to the end flow is gonna be whatever he wants for internals, right? So you want to just proceed, but always mislead. And he's gonna go off the way sound, always mislead, saying that we safe while the government they plant and they seed, right? So check it.
Just proceed, but you always mislead, saying that we safe the government they plant and they seed. Then they sit back and profit off of death and disease.
Profit off of death and disease. So like I said, a lot of internals. He's really good with the internals, and I feel like the internals are so isolated, they're just like their own individual moments in the bar. So what is my man saying?
And then obliterate cell. Can't you all just see this the land of the free?
All right, so he just did a line about obliterating the cell after a prison line, right? So can't you all just see this the land of the free? So he's breaking you out of the bars, right? And then after that, he's also going to turn into kind of a political concept and basically talking about how the country's run.
It's the land of the free in the country that was built with all this power and greed, living in a world where people rather watch you bleed.
So living in a world where people rather watch you bleed, and I feel like that watch you bleed is in connection to that phone line that's coming. So they rather watch you bleed on the phone or rather watch you suffer through social media.
People rather watch you bleed. You reach out your hand, not your phone. You're doing his deed.
So yeah, reach out your hand. Like, actually fucking grab me instead of fucking tweeting about a political situation, right? Be present in this for real. So reach out your hand, not your phone. Now you're doing his deed, right? And his deed to me is connected to the phone and the social media concept. So you're doing his deed. The devil's in us all, and he's easy to feed. You want to just proceed, but you always mislead, which to me is connection to the devil line.
When his deed.
And also the devil line could connect to the government line that's coming next.
Rather watch you bleed. You reach out your hand, not your phone. You're doing his deed. The devil's in us all, and he's easy to feed. You wanna just proceed, but you always mislead, saying that we safe the government they plant and they seed. Then they sit back and profit off of death and disease.
So yeah, I feel like this whole bracket of bars just got political for a period, and then he's gonna kind of like roll into more political concepts, and he's gonna pull back into having a better life. So we'll keep moving.
With death and disease, who all profits from the research of cancer, money for a cure, but never finding an answer. I want the truth. There's way too many questions unanswered. If our warrants are our needs, can we continue the standard?
All right, so yeah, we're gonna go back to the flow, but yeah, so 5 syllables. Once again, we got a 5-syllable in cadence, right? So what does that mean? Research of cancer, finding an answer, questions unanswered, continue the standard. Sorry. Continue is the word, but he really matches continue the standard, which is a 5-syllable phrase. All the 5-syllable phrases are matched perfectly, and that's what I look at. I feel like Schmatters has this ability to anchor his flows, and I feel like he prioritizes flow over everything. There's nothing wrong with that. I call that the 50 Cent effect. 50 Cent is really good at anchoring his flows and making sure that his cadence is matched to the rhythm of the music. It's not really about massive rhyme schemes and all that shit. I feel like he's not really focused on that. I feel like he's focused on the imagery of the bars, what he wants to say, and the internals are kind of isolated. They're not full phrased miniature rhyme schemes within the rhyme schemes. They're more like vignetted small moments. So for this instance right here, who all profits from the research of cancer, right? That's all we're going to get for that internal rhyme. And then money for a cure, but never finding an answer. Once again, very fast, isolated internal rhyme. Truth, I want the truth. I want the truth. Way too many questions, right? Truth and two. Once again, very isolated internal. Same deal in this last bar. Needs and we. Very isolated. And I just think that he's shooting for these tiny moments to make his rhymes match. Very dope. So what is my man saying, though?
Disease. Who all profits from the research of cancer?
Back onto the concept of the government and who, investing all of this energy and attention to, right? Just for this moment, and then he's going to go back into another subject.
From the research of cancer, money for a cure, but never finding an answer.
So the research of cancer, money for a cure, but never finding an answer, but he feels like we already have one. I want the truth, way too many questions unanswered in regards to what these people are actually doing.
Answer, money for a cure, but never finding an answer. I want the truth. There's way too many questions unanswered. If our wants are our needs, can we continue the standard? I try to...
If our wants are our needs, can we continue this standard? So once again, I feel like it's just a personal critique on how he feels about how this country is run. Let's run it.
I try to live my best life and find me a wife that...
All right, before I continue this, I can't run this one back, though. I didn't have my DJ thing set up for this one. So find me a wife. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Only advice. Rolling the dice. Paying the price. Taking a slice. Reaching new heights. See a new light. Beats every night. 4-syllable cadence, but the rhymes aren't 100% all the way through. We have the same in rhyme throughout, which is wife, vice, dice, price, slice, heights, light, and night. But the entire 4-syllable phrase is not rhymed all the way through. He's more focusing on the end rhyme and isolated internals, and that's what we're going to get. So we're going to get the wife is the main rhyme, right? So we're going to get I try to live my best life and find me a wife that shares the same interests is my only advice to myself, because I'm always rolling the dice. Snake eyes twice, now I'm fucking paying the price. Life got me in a vice, death is taking a slice. Sacrifice a selfish vision, now you reaching new heights. I feel I've gained my sight, I can see a new light. Regain my appetite, now I'm eating beats every night. So yeah, the I sound is the main hanging anchored concept. But everything else that you're seeing is internal. So I try to live my best life, and then he's going to match live with interest, right? Because it's the is sound. I try to live my best life and find me a wife that shares the same interest is my only advice, right? So only advice, rolling the dice, right? So the O sound is matched a few times, but once I mentioned this already, it's these isolated syllables. It's not about sheets of rhymes or sheets of like 3 or 4 syllables prior to the main rhyme. It's isolated individual rhymes. So let's get it.
Best life and find me a
All the way back.
our needs, can we continue the standard? I try to live my best life and find me a wife that shares the same fucking interest is my only advice to myself, cause I'm always rolling the dice. Snake eyes twice, now I'm fucking paying the price. Life got me in a vice, death is taking a slice. Sacrifice the selfish vision, now we reaching new heights. Feel I gain my sight, I can see a new light. Regain my appetite, now I'm eating beats every night.
All right, so fire. But what's my man saying, man? Let's get to the words. What is my man talking about?
Life got me in a vice, death is taking a slice. Sacrifice the selfish vision, now we...
Oh, I might have pressed the wrong button. My bad.
Who all profits from the research of cancer? Money for a cure, but never finding an answer. I want the truth. There's way too many questions unanswered. If our wants are our needs, can we continue the standard? I try to live my best life and find me a wife that shares the same fucking interest is my only advice.
So look, live the best life and find somebody that loves you, that shares the same connection and interest as you. That's the only advice that he gives to himself, because fuck all this shit. This life is a gamble.
This my only advice to myself, cause I'm always rolling the dice. Snake eyes twice, now I'm fucking paying the price.
He got snake eyes, right? Snake eyes is, individually snake eyes ain't a win, right? But he got snake eyes twice in a row. Like, he got snake eyes 2 times. So he has to pay, right? If you know anything about dice. I'm just a black man. I don't know anything about dice.
Snake eyes twice, now I'm fucking paying the price. Life got me in a vice.
Also, the gamble of life. I feel like rolling the dice is on the gamble of life. That's what I'm thinking.
Snake eyes twice, now I'm fucking paying the price. Life got me in a vice, death is taking a slice. Sacrifice the selfish vision, now we reaching new heights.
I like this. So life got me in a vice. He's holding tight. Life got him in a vice, and contradictorily, death is taking a slice. So life has got him in a vice. Death is taking a slice of his life. sacrifice a selfish vision, now we reach new heights, right? So he has to let that shit go, but the vision play is coming. So sacrifice a selfish vision, now we reach new heights. I feel I've gained my sight. I could see a new light, right? After the selfish vision. He just sacrificed his vision. So now he feels like he's gained his sight and he can see a new light, a whole new perspective after he's reached his new heights. Then he regained his appetite and now he's eating beats every night because he has a new hunger for this music shit. All of that is connected, man. Very good.
Rice death is taking a slice. Sacrifice selfish vision, now we reaching new heights. Feel I gain my sight, I can see a new light. Regain my appetite, now I'm eating beats every night. You feel me?
What's the promise I ain't finished? What's the promise I ain't finished? What's the promise I ain't finished? Promise that is locked in. I ain't minutes. What's the promise I ain't finished? What's the promise I ain't finished? What's the promise I ain't finished? Promise that is locked in.
The rap game's hard for a self-promoter. All I do is grind while you're paying a poser. You can hold out, I just hold my composure and exterminate these rats. Now they leaving an odor. Never sober when I rap. If I'm smoking, it's over. Now I came into some money. I might need me a broker, man. Fuck them cigarettes, but I am a smoker and I choke her 'cause she likes that shit. Her daddy should hold her.
Ooh, fuck them cigarettes. Fuck them cigarettes. But I am a smoker. I don't know why. Every time I hear that, I laugh at that shit. But anyway, all right. So once again, he's cadence, man. Look for that cadence, man. So rap game's hard for a self promoter. All I do is grind while you're paying a poser, right? And then he's gonna go into a more consistent flow at the end. So hold my composure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5-syllable swing. So hold my composure. Leaving an odor. Smoking, it's over. Need me a broker. I am a smoker. Daddy should hold her. All 5-syllable swings, but he's not rhyming the full 5-syllable. He's just cadencing it. He's flowing it. He's running it. And then he has an internal flow, like an inside flow, but it's actually the same amount of syllables. So terminate these rats, another 5 syllables. Sober when I rap, another 5 syllables. Fuck them cigarettes. It doesn't rhyme, but the cadence is there. So we're not looking at rhyme schemes. We're looking at almost flow schemes. So I feel like that's what Schmatters is doing. I want to call you Moose, but I want to say Schmatters. So Schmatters, to me, focuses more on cadence. That's what I'm hearing and seeing. So let's run it back.
The rap game's hard for a self-promoter. All I do is grind while you're paying a poser.
Right, so promoter, a poser, 3-syllable swing, and then he's gonna go into the 5. Hold my composure, right? Yeah, so the rap game's hard for a self-promoter. All I do is grind while you paying a poser, right? So games and paying is matched, and then motor and poser is matched, and he's gonna go off of the 2-syllable rhyme scheme all the way throughout for the end rhyme. But everything around is internals, like I mentioned before, so you can't hold out. I just hold my composure, exterminate these rats. Now they leaving an odor. Sober when I rap. If I'm smoking, it's over. Now I came into some money, I might need a broker, right? So exterminate these rats gets anchored with sober when I rap. And it sounds really good. And he's using sober with the rhyme scheme for the end rhyme. So everything comes together very well. So let's run this shit one more time and let's keep it going.
Well, you can hold out. I just hold my composure and exterminate these rats. Now they leaving an odor. Never sober when I rap. If I'm smoking, it's over. Now I came into some money. I might need me a broker, man. Fuck them cigarettes, but I am a smoker. And I choke her 'cause she likes that shit. Her daddy should hold her.
Yeah, so the 5-syllable swing, man. Perfect. Really good.
The rap game's hard for a self-promoter. All I do is grind while you're paying a post.
So he's a self-promoter. He's working hard for this shit. All he does is grind, and all you do is pay somebody else to fucking lie to you, or to lie for you, rather. You know what I'm saying? So you're paying a poser. Maybe you're paying management that's not doing their job, or you're paying someone that doesn't know what they're doing, rather in comparison to my man Schmatters, who's handling business on his own with nobody helping him.
Well, all I do is grind while you're paying a poser.
And I connected the grind to poser with skateboarding. But I don't know why it, to me, doesn't fully connect to the overall arcing picture. But all I do is grind while y'all paying a poser, right? So he's grinding his ass off, and you guys won't sponsor him and put him on like a skateboarder would. But that's just my angle. I have a history in skating.
Motor, all I do is grind while you're paying a poser. You can hold out. I just hold my composure.
So, I mean, we got two contexts of hold. So you can't hold out. I just hold my composure and exterminate these rats. Now they leaving an odor because he's exterminating them. They stink. And never sober when I rap. If I'm smoking, it's over, right? So he's always high, right? And the best you can get out of Schmatters is if he's high as fucking spitting.
So you can hold out. I just hold my composure and exterminate these rats. Now they leaving an odor. Never sober when I rap. If I'm smoking, it's over. Now I came into some money. I might need me a broker, man.
All right, so yeah, now I came into some money. I might need me a broker. It's funny because I don't know. I keep hearing these rewrites in my head. So exterminate these rats. Now they leaving an odor. Never sober when I rap. If I'm smoking, it's over. Now I came into some cash. I might need me a broker. I thought rats and rap and cash would have came together. Now I came into some money. I might need me a broker. I feel like now I came into some cash. Would have been close to rats, rap, and cash. Rats and rap, and maybe that would have slid the flow a little further, but that's just my perspective. That's what I'm seeing and hearing. So now I came into some money. I might need me your broker, and fuck them cigarettes, but I am a smoker and I choker. So I feel like the smoker and the choker is connected at the same time. So fuck them cigarettes, but I am a smoker and I choker because she likes that shit. Her daddy should hold her. So there's two plays in this. Her daddy should hold her like she needs to get with her father because she likes fucked up shit like being choked. And also she likes that shit and he's the daddy and him as the daddy should hold your girl.
I need me a broker, man. Fuck them cigarettes, but I am a smoker and I choke her because she likes that shit. Her daddy should hold her.
And I don't know if the fuck them cigarettes is a play on Who Wants to Smoke, but I feel like that's insinuated in some context, but I'm a nerd.
He likes that shit, her daddy should hold her. BCG, you gonna hear it, so committed to memory. You ain't got no stage presence, you submitted no energy. Everybody chasing clout, I want fans to remember me. Will it ever be? Simple words, saying them cleverly.
Jesus. All right, so committed to memory. I think that's 7. That's a 7-syllable cadence. Commit it to memory. Yeah, that's 7. So committed to memory. Submitted no energy. Fans to remember. I think that's a 6. Fans to remember me. That's a 6. So fans to remember me. Saying them cleverly. It's still a 6-syllable cadence. It's not rhymed perfectly, but the cadence is there. He's anchoring so well. He's really good at anchoring. So yeah, let's run this shit back and let's just piece it all together because I mentioned this 1,000 times. He has these sprinkled internals, so we'll just keep going. What is my man saying?
BCG, you gonna hear it, so committed to memory.
So commit BCG to memory. I didn't know who BCG was before, but I just recently committed to memory, so I know who they are now.
You ain't got no stage presence, you submitted no energy.
So if you have no stage presence, then we can't even feel you, right? So you submitted no energy, and we cannot feel you, right? Committed to memory, submitted no energy. I just like how it sounds. It sounds really solid. Anyway, so you ain't got no stage presence. You submitted no energy. Everybody chasing clout. I want fans to remember. So he's still going off of that A sound. Then he's just going to like roll off with the energy flow. So will it ever be simple words saying them cleverly? Really good.
You ain't got no stage presence. You submitted no energy. Everybody chasing clout. I want fans to remember me.
So if you're chasing clout, right? If you're chasing clout, then your fans won't remember you because you're just temporary as clout is. As temporary as clout is, it's as temporary as a cloud is. It'll be here and gone in a moment's notice.
Fans to remember me. Will it ever be simple words saying them cleverly?
What's the premise? I ain't finished. What's the premise? I ain't finished.
He ain't finished.
What's the premise? I ain't finished. Who promised to this hot game? Wait a minute. What's the premise? I ain't finished.
He ain't finished. He ain't finished.
What's the premise? I ain't finished.
He ain't finished.
What's the premise? I ain't finished. Who promised to this hot game?
He ain't finished.
My nigga ain't finished. He's not finished. He will not finish. All right. So BCG, committed to memory. My man Moose, aka Mr. Schmatters, or Mr. Schmatters, aka Moose. Solid presentation of bars. I feel like what we got out of what we're hearing today is consistency and flow. Consistency and flow. Consistency and imagery. A lot of his lines feel like non sequiturs that are paired in couplets. And it's just like Lil Wayne style. It's like, I'm just going to punch you, and the next line might not be related to the last one, but it's going to punch you in the same context. So I felt like he wanted to punch almost every bar, or at least every couplet. And that's what I was getting out of this. Beat is dope. Rings in my hair. It rings in my ear almost, like, just those bells. They ring in my ear over and over. But yeah, solid track from my man, Mr. Schmatters, a.k.a. Moose. So yeah, man, that's what it is, man. Really solid. I feel like his style is exactly what it is. To me, it's like, I don't know, it's reminiscent of like Northern California type of music to me. But I like it, man. It's fucking solid. So if you guys are interested in getting your song broken down in a similar fashion, hit your boy up at lyricology101mail@gmail.com. Let your boy know if you want a reaction or a bar for bar breakdown. We'll get to work with it. All you guys that have submitted something to me, let me know. I got your song ready to go. We knocking this shit out. And by the way, these prices and everything that we are sending to you guys are not just for your song. It's for any song in the game. If you want me to cover Mural Part 2 all the way to 5, hit up your board and we'll get it done, man. This is what we're doing now. So any song you can think of, Aesop Rock, fucking Sky Zoo, any of your favorite guys, Andre 3000, whoever you got on your mind, we're covering them too. Hit me up at Lyricology 101 Mail and we'll get this shit done, man. All right, so much love to you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. And if you like what we're doing here at Lyricology 101, please share. This has been Lyricology 101. My name is Andre Gaynor. And don't forget, where the art is, please help your boy get his channel back. We'll figure it out, man. Talk to YouTube. We'll see what it is. Much love to you guys. Peace. It doesn't schmatter.